So, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Great to have you all here. Good afternoon if you're further away, or even... No, good morning. It's going to be very early to be in the Americas. Okay, so let's see. Hi there to SSV, to Vitali, to Javi, to Ronan, to Renyard, to Lucy, to Blood Steel, to Vina as well. So great to have you all. And to Ronan, of course. Hi Fallon, lovely to have you. Okay, so oh, this says next stream is today. Yeah, well it is today, isn't it? Next stream it's going to be on Thursday. That's going to be the 6th of April at 4 p.m. UK time. Okay, so let's start. Let's get straight into this. Let's see, going to this difference between gaudy and tawdry. Gaudy is saying that somebody has no taste. It's very bright and very flashy, yeah. Whereas tawdry, it says it's immoral, shoddy, low class, not very nice. But if something's tawdry, it's got this rather unpleasant, immoral undertone to it. Good morning, Manisco. Lovely to have you as well. Okay, so here we go. Here's the first question. And guess what? It doesn't fit, does it? Okay, here we are. So, they here refers to the stereotypes about stepmothers, because this was about stepmothers. They continued to rive, thrive, cut in, grow up, achieve for the same reasons they did centuries ago, says Ganong. Culturally dominant ideals surrounding the all-important nuclear family and the sacred biological parent-child relationship. Okay, so yeah, this is talking about the bad rap or the bad stereotype that stepmothers have in these stories and things like that. Okay, so we've got Rive from SSV, we've got Thrive from Vitali, Renyard, Lucy, Habi, Blood, and Prudence. Welcome, Prudence. Great to have you. Thrive from Prudence as well. Okay, let's look at some of these. So, what is the meaning of this word to rive? It's a fairly unusual word nowadays. If they continue to cut it, normally we say something doesn't cut it. It doesn't have the quality necessary. Yeah, it's just not good enough. Hi Patricia, great to have you. Ronan goes for thrive as well. Good morning, Tatiana. Okay, to grow up, this is talking about maturity, becoming adult. No, and to achieve, I think if you achieve, okay, he's talking about a person being successful or doing something. So what about this word rive? I think the word rift comes from this verb rive. So Patricia's gone for thrive as well. Okay, good morning, Renyard. Okay, so to rive means to tear, to break open, split or tear. That's it, Vitali. Thank you very much. And therefore we have this word, a rift. Yeah, talking about a tear, a break, something like that. So very definitely the answer is thrive. To thrive is to do very well, as I'm sure you all know. So let's try the next one. And here it comes. So throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, riffs of Disney classics, such as the 1997 film Snow White, A Tale of Terror, and the 1998 film Ever After, which is based on Cinderella. Continued to jinx, bedlam, drat, damn, the stepfamily. Yeah, so, this one's going to be interesting. I'm sorry to hear you're thoroughly dejected and discouraged, Patricia. No reason to be. You're here with us, and you're going to be fine. So let's try that. Okay, that fits better. Okay, this is interesting. We've had jinx from Renyard, Vitali and SSV. We've had damn from Roland. We've had jinx from Falern. We've had damn from Javi. Okay, good. I love it. We've got a difference in opinion here. No, that's the point, Renyard. You can't use bedlam as a verb. Bedlam is just a noun. Well done, well spotted, Renyard. Yeah, bedlam is a lunatic asylum. Yeah, bedlam ensued. Patricia goes for jinx. For learn, to rive, to rend, yes, to tear, to break, absolutely for learn. Lucy goes for damn. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely between jinx and damn. Bedlam used to be the lunatic asylum in the old days. To drat, well, normally I would use drat as an expletive, an exclamation. So drat, I just dropped coffee on my trousers. Or drat, the traffic's a lot worse than I thought and I'm going to be late. So drat is just an exclamation of anger. So jinx and damn, what's the difference? Okay, so let me look at these. To put a jinx on something is to give something bad luck. Bedlam is the funny farm, absolutely, SSV. So if you jinx something, Vitali says damn, meaning to slag or to curse. That's correct. Bedlam is the place where mental disorders were kept in subhuman conditions. Yeah, okay, so damn means to slag or to curse, whereas to jinx means to put bad luck on the stepfamily. Rupa goes for damn thee. So damn talks about condemned to hell, whereas jinx talks about giving bad luck or putting the evil eye on. In a religious context. It doesn't. Yes, blood. It is in a religious context, but it doesn't just have to be. Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. When you're jinxed, you're damned. You see, jinx talks more about evil spells. Yeah, putting evil spells on it. So I think my answer is both are acceptable. But in the original, I think they're right as well. Damn is a better word because these ideas condemn the family, or these stereotypes condemn the step family, whereas to jinx, is to give it bad luck and let's see, the step family doesn't necessarily have bad luck. Yeah, I like that. Knock on wood if you don't want to jinx something. Absolutely, Lucy. So damn, I think is better because I think it's just talking about condemning it. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Manji. Lovely to have you as well. So let's try the next one. Next one's easy. Okay. I didn't say hi to Rupa as well. So, hi there, Rupa. So the idea, it seemed, was firmly stuck in the public brain, psyche, self-personality. Stepmothers were negligent, second-rate caretakers at best, and heinous killers at worst. So Falern goes for psyche, so does blood, so does Vitali. We're straight out of the starting box. Okay, so heinous. Heinous. If something is heinous, it's very, very bad. It's very, very evil. It's very, very serious. Reynard goes for psyche as well, and so does Lucy. The public self. I'd never say the public self. Okay, and psyche for Lucy and for Patricia as well. The public personality. Well, I guess the public personality is constantly changing. Psyche for Tatiana as well, and psyche for Manji. Okay, the public brain. Does the public have a brain? Maybe. Prudence goes for psyche as well. Rupert's gone for brains, or brain. And Javi for psyche. So does the public have a brain? The public brain? I would never use the collocation the public brain. No, very definitely the collocation is the public psyche. Basically, the image of an evil stepmother is an ancient archetype. Well, actually, Ronan, they're saying what they're saying is is maybe. In the public psyche, the public consciousness. I like that word, consciousness. Okay, so let's try the next one. And I'm wondering if the public think. No, they probably don't. Okay, and here we go. Despite the strength of these allegories, metaphors, euphemisms, tropes, however, there's little evidence proving stepmothers behave like the heartless caricatures of popular culture, and plenty showing that they don't. Public spirit. Ooh, that's a really good word. The public subconsciousness. I would probably say the public subconscious, Renyard. I quite like the public spirit. Public spirit's very good, because if you say something is somebody's public spirited, they are looking out for the good of everybody. So this looks like it's going to be a landslide again. So despite the strength of these allegories, metaphors, euphemisms, tropes, however, there's little evidence proving stepmothers behave like the heartless caricatures of popular culture. Okay, so we've got tropes for Vitali. We got tropes for Lucy, tropes for Renyard, tropes for Manisco and Javi. Patricia's gone for metaphors or allegories. Okay, let's see who else is going to vote. So a euphemism is just a polite way of saying something difficult. Like, you don't say die, say kick the bucket. Yeah, say pass away. We don't say drunk, we say tired and emotional. A metaphor is normally a piece of language that draws a parallel between two things. So the golden ball of the sun hung in the sky. Golden ball here would be a metaphor. An allegory is a story that teaches you something. Okay, a trope. So Tatiana's gone for trope as well. A trope is another word, is a modern word for a stereotype. Yes, and Manji's gone for tropes as well. So, I don't know, yeah, I want the trope of the English businessman, a bloke with a bowler hat, a tie, a suit and he's on the train reading his Financial Times on the way to London. A trope is like a stereotype. It's an idea that people have, a concept. So MS, over the top, means too much, go too far. So SSV, he left to pursue other interests, is a euphemism to convey the idea he was fired. I love it. Yes, I'm going to pursue other interests. That's very good, SSV. Trope is actually also a very successful video, believe it or not. And let's try the next one then. And cut and paste. The majority of stepmothers get down, over, up, along well with their stepchildren, says Ganong, who has read nearly 3,000 research reports on the topic, question, point, motif, and talked to more step family members than he can count. A trope, a conventional idea. That's absolutely it, Vitali, thank you. So, we've got get along for blood, for Vitali, for SSV, for Lucy. So, SSV, why doesn't get on? Okay, yeah, get on with what? Okay, get on well with their stepchildren. Get along well with their stepchildren. Yeah. Okay, we've got, yeah, it would definitely work as well, SSV. So, Blood goes for topic for the last one. Vina says get along, AK says get along. Patricia says get along, so does Renyard and Prudence. Lucy goes for topic for the last one. Manji saying get along. Hadi, get along on the topic. On the topic. Yeah. Okay, so Patricia goes for topic as well. Learn goes for get along. Tatiana get along and topic. Motif. So notice, generally, Tatiana, a motif is a little drawing. Yeah, it's a design. The motif, on the motif. No, maybe you have a motif in the centre of a flag or a motif on a badge or something like that. Okay, Vina goes for topic. I think on the question would also fit Renyard. I think topic is a better fit. So for learn topic, Rupa get along and topic, Prudence for topic, Hi AK and Manji for topic as well. So that was easy. So get along, I think get on well with would fit quite nicely. And the topic. Okay, let's try the next one then. A motif on a t-shirt, yes. On the matter. The matter fits very nicely. Yes, I quite agree with you, Patricia. Get along sounds cooler. Yeah? Because people don't use along, people use on the whole time. I think get along with, it's very nice. Yeah, so, wicked stepmothers don't show up in the materials, data, feedback, figures, agrees Todd Jensen, a research assistant professor at the University of North Carolina who studies relational patterns between step-parents and their stepchildren. So, let's see, we've got data for learn, for blood, for Vitali, on the subject, yes Patricia. Data for Vina, data for Manji as well. Data for Prudence. Okay, springy. If something is springy, it's spongy. It deforms easily. So the bed that I slept on was very springy. Boing! Yeah, it wasn't soft. It didn't just go blue. Yeah, it's springy. It pushed back. Okay, so we've got data for Prudence and Lucy. Rupa goes feedback, and Renyard says material. Notice, Renyard, the original here is materials in the data. So let's see. Tatiana, in the materials. No, you see here, for me, materials are the things that you use to make something. I think you're both thinking about the material that you use in when you in a project or on a course. So the course materials. But let's see. This is research, yeah, and if you're doing research, you need statistical correlations, yeah, and for statistics, I think the best word is going to be data. Let's see. Patricia says data, feedback, or figures. I would say data is my first one. I think figures would fit, but normally the figures are the raw data. The figures are the data before it's analysed, and the feedback is what people tell you. In these surveys, the data from the surveys is data, as Ronan says. Okay, SSV, springy. Yeah, it's a very springy day. You could use it like that, but it's more common something with a spring. Boing, 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 boing. Think about a spring or to spring, SSV. Vernal. Vernal refers to spring as well. Okay, so data. And let's try the next one then. Here we go. In 2021, in a 2021 survey of 295 stepchildren, Jensen found most had affirmative, positive, bullish, blithe relationships with their stepmothers. So Lucy goes for positive. And so does Vitali. And so does Blood. Kick up a row, to start a fuss, to complain to everybody. So he kicked up a row about the bill. In Israel, they're kicking up a row about what the Prime Minister is doing. Okay, so positive for Hadi, for Renyard, for Patricia, and for Prudence. And positive for Vina as well. And positive for Tatiana and for AK as well. Okay, so let's see. An affirmative relationship. Now, affirmative is the opposite of negative. But affirmative, I agree. I think this is true. It's affirmative as agreeing with. Positive means good. So what about this word bullish? And what about this word blithe? These are two very good words. So, positive for Ronan, positive for Manji, positive for Rupa, and Yogesh. Yogesh goes for blithe. So, here comes the answer. So, positive for Forlern. So, Forlern says blithe, oblivious, carefree. Okay, blithe would also work. Okay, blithe meaning I couldn't care less. So actually, I probably have to give you that blithe, they couldn't care less. So he was very blithe about the relationship. He was very blithe about what was happening. Yeah, it was just unimportant to him. It was not relevant. Bullish. Blithe, yeah, is carefree. You really don't care if you are blithe. You don't worry about life. Blithe, a person who is blithe is the opposite of somebody who's very stressed. Next to endearing. Humiliating, no. Bullish is positive. So, Laxman, wonderful to have you. Normally we use bullish to mean positive. But particularly with financial markets. I thought Ronan was going to do this one. So a bull market. A bull market is where all of the shares are increasing. A blithe spirit, that is the collocation, Manji. So if you're bullish, you are positive. You think that things are going to get better. Yeah, things are getting better and better, and the opposite is a bear market and bearish. So at the moment the markets are pretty bearish. Yeah, a bear market, that's it, hubby. Yes. So bullish means you think the future's going to be good, but this is normally a financial word. Yeah, and bearish is the opposite. So, positive. Hopeful, sanguine, yes. Thank you, Ronan. Okay. And blithe, debonair, joyful. Yeah, couldn't care less. Yes, Yogesh. It's great to have you, Yogesh, as well. So, no, this one doesn't work at all. And copy. Bear with me, this is going to take me a second. And here we go. Overall. Okay. Participants were asked about how close they felt to their stepmother, how much they thought their stepmother cared about them, whether she was warm and loving, how satisfied they were with communication, and the relationship overall, totally, throughout, fully. What happens to the matador when it's bullish? Then he doesn't get gored by the bull, Patricia. That's a very good pun. I love it. So I'm from England, Yogesh, but I live in Spain. Okay, so Lucy goes for. We've got overall for Vitali, for Lucy, Zhenya, lovely to have you. We've got overall for Blood, for Hubby, for Tatiana, for Renyard as well. Overall from Manji, from Ronan, and from Prudence, and from Orlando. Welcome, Orlando, as well. Throughout. Okay, let's see. The right answer is clearly overall. Throughout normally talks about for the full duration, from the start to finish, whereas overall talks more about generally. So throughout would be all the time. Yeah? Whereas overall, the general overall idea. Patricia's gone for overall as well. And the relationship totally. I would probably say, and the total relationship. And the full relationship. Okay, so the overall relationship. So let's try the next one. Close with somebody. I'm close with this person. Okay, if you're talking about a loving relationship, Yes, for learn. So I'm close with my brother. I'm close to my brother. But if you're talking about space, then close to. It needs to be close to if you're talking about geometry. Only emotionally close with for learn. Okay, in this sample, the average number, score, statistic points for stepmother youth relationship quality was 3.91. So Zhenya goes for score. Lucy goes for score, so does Blood Steel. You're Teddy to protect the matador. Okay, so points as well for learn. Suave means relaxed, and to deal with something elegantly, smoothly, without problems. Yeah, exactly, Vitali. Overall is a sentence adverb in the previous one. Overall. That's very good because it's talking about everything. Hubby says the average score. That's okay, Vina. You've been with us up until now. So Tatiana goes for score. So does Manji. So does Vitali. So does Prudence and Reynard and Patricia. So the average and statistics. The average statistic. Woof, statistic. I suppose it fits, but it's not very good. Hello, TKS. The average score. The average rating. I think score or rating would be my favourite thing for this. The average number. It's a score. It's a score from 1 to 5. The average statistic. Statistics is more looking at the numbers. The average points. I guess points would fit as well. It's the average score. The average score for stepmother relationship was 3.91. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's do one more and then we are going to stop. So this is the very last one for today. Ooh, the background noise is starting again. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. And let's try this. That was what I wanted. Good. These kinds of positive stepmother relationship can be hugely effective, convenient, lucrative, beneficial, advisable for, a child. So we got beneficial from blood, from sunset, from Zhenya. We're thrilled to have you, Vitali. And Lucy says beneficial. Falern says beneficial. The statistic shows in the data. I think you could use it, but I think the score is a much better word, Yogesh. When the bull sees me and the teddy bear with the matador, he runs away. You should be so lucky. These things are trained. Salubrious. I like the word salubrious, SSV. Vitali says beneficial. So, let's see. We've got beneficial for Bloods, SSV, Zhenya, Lucy, Falern. Salubrious for SSV as well. Beneficial for Vitali and Reynard. Lucrative only if the stepmother is a rich. I love that, Zhenya. Lucrative talks about cash, money. Beneficial for Abhishek. Well done. Is rich. Okay, beneficial for Abhishek and Orlando. Hugely beneficial for Javi. Beneficial for Patricia. For Tatiana. For Prudence. Beneficial as in advantageous. Exactly, Orlando. It's good to have you, Arpa. And Mesfed. Mesfed goes for beneficial. Good to have you, Mesfed. Manji goes for beneficial as well. Beneficial, definitely. And beneficial is positive. Wholesome, that's a good synonym, SSV. If something's effective, it works well. It does the thing that it's supposed to do. Convenient is easy for everyone. Al doner al kebab. I love it. Lucrative talks about getting money. Beneficial talks about advantageous, good. And advisable talks about what is recommended. So, ladies and gentlemen, time to stop. And next stream will be on Thursday at 4 p.m. UK time. That's Thursday, 6th of April. Defile. Either to defile to make unholy, or a very narrow entrance. Advantageous. So to defile as a verb, to make dirty, to commit sacrilege against something. Yeah, to make something holy less holy. But a defile is a thin, narrow corridor. So, thank you all for coming. I love your teddy, Patricia. So, thank you for coming. Thank you to Manji, to Patricia, to Vitali, to Abhishek, to Zhenya, to Manisko, to Hari, to Vitali, to Arpa, to Furlearn, to SSV, to Manjira, to Orlando, to Prudence, welcome Prudence, to Tatiana, to Hadi, to Orlando, to Abhishek as well, and Yogesh, and to Blood Steel, and who else do I need to thank? To Renyard, to Laxman as well, it's good to have you, to Orlando, and to anyone else that I've missed. So, great to have you all. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Prudence. To defile, to vandalise in a disrespectful way. That's very good. It's my pleasure, Yogesh. To sully, to mar, to defile. That's very good. Thank you to Renyard. Thank you, Lucy. I didn't say thank you to Lucy. Bye-bye, Manji. Take care, and on Thursday it'll